Okay, so do we finally have this working? But yet it's still not showing me as live for some reason. Okay. I think I finally have it. Now let me get this shared out. And we'll begin Doom 3. I just had a few messed up things where it wasn't streaming properly, so... You know, let's just start this.
The Union Aerospace Corporation is the largest
I meant to do that on
entity in
Marine.
existence.
I don't even
Originally focused
care
on
at
weapon
this
and
point.
defense contracts, new ventures have expanded into biological research, space exploration, and other scientific endeavors. With unlimited funds and the ability to engage in research outside of moral and legal obligations, the UAC controls the most advanced technology ever conceived.
Incoming transport detected.
Mars approach, Dark Star with you, 07063, passing through 38,000.
Roger, Dark Star. Descend to 2000, set speed, contact ground on 26972.
Roger that, Tower.
We have them on radar, sir. They'll be landing in a few moments.
Excellent. See that Counselor Swan is sent directly to me.
Yes, sir.
Tower, Dark Star on final.
We've got you, Dark Star. You are set for lockdown. Welcome back.
I can't believe it's come to this. I didn't want to come here.
He left you no choice.
True, but this is the last time. I'm tired of running damage control every time he makes a mess.
Right. You're the control. And if that fails, I'm the damage.
If that's what it takes, the Kruger is gonna start doing things our way.
Whatever you say, Counselor.
Welcome to Mars. All new arrivals need to check in at reception.
Welcome
Okay,
to Mars
here we
City,
go.
Union Aerospace's premier research facility. To expedite your processing, please proceed directly to
I
reception.
know this is an unpopular opinion, but this is actually my favorite Doom.
Welcome to Mars, Marine. I'm gonna need you to step on one of those red squares on the floor for a bioscan. This'll only take a second.
Come on. Scan me. I want to start shooting things.
Shuttle Delta Tango 1-4.
I'm gonna need you to step on one of those red squares on the floor. Okay, let me get this started. You're gonna need to hold still. Moving around only makes the test take longer. All right, bioscan looks good. You're cleared for entry.
Now, there are two important rules to playing this game. Save, and save often, and reload.
On behalf of the UAC, welcome to Mars City. This facility serves as the central hub for all science.
Welcome to Mars. First time? You can just leave your bag there. I'll have it sent up to your quarters. Okay, there's a few things we need to take care of first. This is your personal data assistant. You'll need this to access all secure areas. If you get clearance for any security zones, it'll download directly. It's important, so don't lose it. I see here that Sergeant Kelly has requested your immediate attention. Head directly to Marine Command. It's just that way. Follow the signs.
Remember when a PDA felt like huge technology? And these look just like the computers, minus the flat screen we had when I was in high school. I don't know how well you can read this, but if you stare over his shoulder long enough, he starts complaining about you. It's a funny little touch.
Mars City is a smoke-free facility. Please smoke only in designated areas. Thank you for your cooperation.
Now, to save... Let's see, which button brings up the PDA? To save time, instead of constantly going to the PDA for every little locker code and stuff, I have a cheat sheet so when I find a locker...
There seems to be some very serious problems.
Oh, really? Do I need to remind you of the groundbreaking work that we're doing here?
No. But I've been authorized by the board to look at everything.
The board authorized you? The board doesn't know the first thing about science. All they want is something to make them more money, some product. Don't worry, they'll get their product.
After how many accidents? Tell me, Dr. Petruger, why are so many workers spooked, complaining, requesting transfers off Mars?
They simply can't handle life here. They're exhausted and overworked. If I had a larger, more competent staff and bigger budget, even these few accidents could have been avoided.
I'm afraid you'll get nothing more until my report is filed with the board. I will need full access, Dr. Petruger, Delta included. I won't have any difficulties doing that, will I?
Only if you get lost, Swan. Just stay out of my way. Amazing things will happen here soon. You just wait.
Anyway, as I was saying, when I find a locker, I'll just pull up the cheat settings, controls. Okay, that makes sense. The PDA would be...
On behalf of the UAC, welcome to Mars City. This facility serves as the central hub for all scientific research, archaeological study, and military operations. Goal number one at the UAC is the safety and well-being of all employees and guests. To help achieve this goal, we ask you to follow all UAC corporate procedures at all times. This includes restricting your movement to areas for which you have clearance. Always remain alert and aware of what you and others are doing. If you notice anything out of the ordinary, or just have a simple question, find the nearest UAC security guard. They are here to help, no matter how large or small the problem is. Our station on Mars provides a perfect blend of work habitats, recreational facilities, and social support structures. This ensures our goal of providing a true home-away-from-home experience for everyone. Keep this in mind as you help us pursue our groundbreaking research that is destined to transform the daily lives of everyone here and throughout the solar system. If you need more detailed assistance, please see your Human Resources Manager. If you are a guest, you may bring up any issue with your appointed UAC liaison. Thank you, and have a nice day.
Welcome to Mars, Marine. This briefing is designed to acquaint you with a few of the standard operating procedures here on the Mars post. First and foremost, chain of command. All enlisted personnel are under the command of Master Sergeant Thomas Kelly. Sergeant Kelly will assign you to a security detail headed by a security chief. Please report to your security chief for all duty-related concerns. While on duty, please stay on your assigned patrol coverage area. All PCAs have been pre-designated to provide overlapping security and maximize efficiency. All personnel must have proper authorization in assigned areas. Be sure to annotate any discrepancies on your security inspection report. Safety is integral.
But there we have it with that stuff. I'll try to find every interesting video or whatnot I can, but
Miller, you hear about Corporal Allen?
this is kind of a... I'm probably not gonna do it, 'cause this ain't the most riveting gameplay, but if you get over a certain score in this Super Turbo Turkey Puncher 3, you actually get an email saying you've been deducted half a day's pay. Really riveting gameplay in the future. PETA would not approve of this game. You know, I just might do this as a short. Well, I mean, not a short, but just a separate upload in its own right.
The Europa signal is undeniably originating from one or more survivors, and the high costs of mounting a rescue operation have led to the UAC's refusal. In IPN's business news, Mixum Corporation has filed suit against rival company Moxon, claiming the company infringed on several pressure seal patents utilized in planetary bases.
Martian landscape, I can close the shutters. I still like this game, but
there's been more accidents in Delta.
Accidents? That's good. Is that what they're calling them now?
This is the audio log of maintenance technician Adam Bernache, dated November 10th, 2145. I fixed the couplings on the heat shields this morning with no problems. I did, however, have another odd experience while I was down there. Shortly after finishing the first coupling adjustment, I distinctly heard whispering. When I went to investigate the sounds, I found nothing. Checked the work logs, and I was the only person scheduled to be in that area today. That experience, coupled with the stories I've heard from some guys over in the Delta labs, has me pretty freaked out. I'm really beginning to hate going down to the underground maintenance area. The people down there are a bit off, the mumbling, the weird looks. The whole place is just plain creepy. I'm always expecting someone to jump out at me. I've secured my tools and the busted modulator in the storage cabinet next to the maintenance elevator. Technicians should use cabinet code 396 to access them. End of log.
see, the things ain't even gone wrong and already
I'm really trying to get this fixed quickly, so,
Weird stuff is happening.
Attention, Dr. Braddock. Please report to Environment Management Office 4 Alpha.
Like, look at this here. He's missing a face! That ain't normal! Should I be worried? Like, you just sedated a faceless man. This is not normal.
I can't be interrupted now. I've got work to finish.
At least I hope it's not normal. Something tells me I'm in for a really bad
sweet
first
time,
day.
Marine. Now, here's the situation. Another member of the science team's gone missing. Since you're the ranking FNG, you get to find him. I want you to check out the old decommissioned comm facility. We heard he might be heading that way. The only way there is through the service passage under Mars City. I've programmed this sentry to guide you to the maintenance elevator. I hope you follow the sentry better than you've followed orders so far. Pick up some gear at the security checkpoint at the bottom of the elevator. Oh, and when you find him, just bring him back. Do not hurt him. Now move out.
Weapons, please?
Attention UAC personnel. Interested in earning more credits? Volunteer at Delta Labs today. See your service branch director for more details.
He said that he saw some signs.
Now, this version is based off of the BFG edition,
Please take advantage of our quality medical care services.
which does have one contentious feature I'll show you in a minute. And here's our first locker. Like I said, normally you get these codes through PDAs and whatnot. 396. But since I don't have time for that, I got the list of locker code combinations. This is a pretty fun setup, even if it's basically ripped right from Half-Life.
Welcome to the dungeon, Marine. Most unexciting place on Mars. I'm gonna need you to grab some armor and secure your pistol before I can pass you through security.
Pistol,
Okay,
you have
grab your
shotguns and assault rifles.
Now you're ready for combat. Let me do a radio test.
Leaving me under-equipped like that.
MarsSec radio check. Excellent. Good signal.
Ah, here. As I was saying,
Looks like
this
you've been assigned
was...
the decommissioned comm facility. Just follow the main passage through the underground junction, then straight out.
Hello,
You'll have
Chad.
quick evac. And what better way to see the Martian surface than to run across it?
As I was saying, this
Okay, we're
flashlight
all set.
feature was contentious.
Oh, yeah. Keep in mind, civilians are working down here.
Shut up!
Don't get excited and shoot it.
Hey, don't touch that.
But, because in the original release, what you had to do was switch from gun to flashlight.
You're looking for the scientist, right? I'm not sure you want to find him. You see... never mind.
And it could feel kind of awkward. On PC, it wasn't that bad because you could just switch with the function keys. But I thought it never really worked out on console. 531. So for console play, you know, I think the shoulder-mounted flashlight works just fine. Because switching like that on the fly on a controller is fairly awkward.
Give the science team what they need. Well, I'm doing everything, but I just can't explain some of the things that's happening with the system.
Jeez! Do you make a habit of sneaking up on people? Everyone's already on edge down here with all the strange things that have been going on.
You see, what's weird, to collect all the PDAs, you actually have to be kind of a not nice guy. Yeah, I like the slow build-up, too. And I'm sure there is a trophy for it, because the Xbox has an achievement, but to collect all the PDAs, if you want that achievement, I'm just showing for completion's sake. That guy's gotta pay the price. Now this is kind of... Why would they give you something that only has seconds of oxygen to go on the surface?
Marine, this is Sergeant Kelly. Need to double time it down there. Search your assigned area and haul your ass back to Mars City. Out.
I can only move so fast. If you think you can do it faster, you're welcome to do it. I'll sit in HQ and wait. But yeah, that slow build-up is over.
No, please. You must let me get this communication out. They have to be warned while there is still time. I can't let... You don't know what I've seen. You can't possibly understand or comprehend. The devil is real. I know.
Thankfully, nowhere to be found.
This is bad. We can't hold these levels. We're losing it.
Now again, I'm gonna shoot this guy to save to save ammo, because he will turn into a zombie and take more than one hit to kill.
All units, this is Sergeant Kelly. We're under attack by an unknown enemy force. Fall back to Marine HQ to regroup.
This is a really bad
Fall
first
back to
day.
Marine HQ and await further orders.
Now, the flashlight battery, as you can see, does
Squad leaders
explain
give
the
sit
Doom
reps.
Marine.
Over.
Why the Doom Marine doesn't get turned.
Team, we've got one Marine down.
No, but there does seem to be a
We are pinned down in Alpha
degree of randomness, because as you can hear, a lot of people didn't turn.
We've got lots of civilian casualties. It's a mess. Command HQ attempting to secure the area.
Maybe he's a psychic blank. Because things were weird before the start of the game, I think it's how long they've been exposed to whatever's going on that's a determinate factor. Yeah, that's a good way to look at it, and surprisingly enough, some of you find out that some of the people do experience, like, mental degradation. Or have been experienced.
Help! Someone please! Help!
Like Delta Labs, which is a great build-up. There's, like, issues with some of the people that work at Delta Labs, and, like, they're known as sub-delts because they're just of how inefficient and challenged they become. The shotgun is the weapon you wind up using most, but as you can see, it's a very inconsistent weapon. Sometimes it'll take an enemy in one shot, other times the same enemy might take a couple shots. The first imp. Now, if you're a quick shot, you can actually shoot those plasma blasts. Yeah, you can get very easily. Just note, listen to the sound design in this game. Just straight to the nightmares you're hearing on the radio chatter. To just all these great, creepy, ambient sound effects. Like, if you play this game with headsets, like, it's a very unique experience.
All units, this is Sergeant Kelly. We don't know what we're up against. Repeat, we have negative ID on the assailing force. Mean SOC. You don't have a clear path back to HQ. Stock up on ammo, establish a stronghold, and keep them at bay.
When this game came out, like, you needed, like, the top-of-the-line PC just to be able to run it.
This is Bravo team. We've got one man down and several wounded. We are incoming and need medical on station stat. Command HQ, this is Fire Team 2. The monorail track is destroyed. Unable to secure safe transportation back to base. Over.
Roger that, Fire Team 2. Fall back to the nearest station and set up a CP there. Out.
Yeah, there's not a lot of it required. Usually, I'm about to do one bit of jumping. But it's something that's totally, like, pointlessly optional. But yeah, I thought Doom Eternal really overdid it with the platforming. This is actually technically a remake in its own right too, even though it's called Doom 3. And all that, and I just get 2 cells for a weapon I can't even use at this point. But that's just 2 more plasma cells I'm gonna have to burn later on in the game. It's some of the platforming in Doom Eternal was just insane. Like that one level towards the end, if you're not like 1,000,000% precise, you're gonna mess it up. Despite this one being the black sheep, it really is my favorite.
All units, this is Sergeant Kelly. Fall back to Marine HQ and await further orders. All remaining Marine units, this is Sergeant Kelly. I'm unable to reach Mars City from my current position. Move to Marine HQ to regroup and await further orders.
Up here, quickly. I thought I was the only one still alive. I can't believe I found you. Something happened. I don't know what. It was like a shockwave. It passed through the entire base. People started changing. It was crazy. I was working up here on the vent shafts. I don't know how I survived. Go for help. Please. Be careful. I don't know what's in there.
Card.
Managed you.
Needed.
This is Specialist Wilson. My team is gone. They're all dead. I'm running blind. What are my orders? Over.
Specialist Wilson, this is Sergeant Kelly. Stay sharp, son. Look for your last known RP and fortify your position. We'll find you.
So, what you do today, Chad? How's he moving without a head?
I just don't know what to do.
He's like a DC politician. Proof you don't need a brain to function. Locker 17, 347. I started working on my Halloween 6 review. Where I am.
Connection established.
Marine. Passages out of the Delta complex have been blocked. I'm setting up a command post here. I can monitor status reports of the entire base from Delta Central Authority and communicate with other Marine teams. It's your mission to link up with Bravo Team and get that transmission sent. Head toward Alpha Labs. It's the fastest way to find them. I'll update your PDA security clearance from here. Good job. And good luck, Marine.
Yeah. Got the PDA. You know, it's funny how back 2004 when this came out, when you think about how PDAs felt super advanced and futuristic, in that now our smartphones make them look like calculators.
If you run across any operational sentry bots, use them. Those guys pack a lot of firepower.
Ooh, that was a bad run. Turbo turkey puncher.
The UAC is here to help you.
3 is out of order.
Services
I mean, out of order.
And confidential.
Believe it or not, you will occasionally find ammo in the toilets. With you. Okay, I'm going. I was just checking for stuff. These sentry bots are really nice. Like, you really get to conserve ammo the few times one's around. And they can take a lot of punishment.
Marine, you gotta get to the Bravo team quickly. They need all the firepower they can get. Sending that transmission is critical to our survival.
You know, for as old as this game is, the lighting is still really impressive. Way to leave the job half-finished, Sentry Bot. You could have at least killed the imp for me. You know what, since I had to do some ammo swapping, weapon swapping, might as well take the break to reload. Don't have the PDA. I thought the Breakers was shut down already, but I heard about Pac-Man 99. Okay, and I've done a complete backwards. Yeah, I've seen the reviews. It sounds like there's a good game in Breakers, but it's just not there. How did I go in a big circle? The community wound up really making me despise Dead by Daylight. People take that game way too serious. Okay, what gives?
This is the audio log of maintenance.
This is the audio log of Frank Delahue, engineering manager assigned to power production, dated October 18th, 2145. The current operational status of the grid is 23% over nominal capacity. I've increased work shifts to 12 hours a day for all personnel to keep up with demand. The constant and increasing load from the Delta complex is causing havoc. We are going to start losing critical systems if we have to sustain these levels much longer. I request clearance to requisition parts from other departments in order to maintain our equipment.
Yeah, but a lot of the people, the way they play,
Delta, but I'm
they're
doing all
encouraging
I can down here.
the
The
killer
constant
to
demands
camp.
are bad enough, but the rumors going around are making things a whole lot worse. And I gotta tell you, if things don't get better soon, all hell is gonna break loose.
Oh, how right you are, buddy.
This is the audio log of maintenance technician Adam Bernache, dated November 10th, 2145. I've fixed the couplings on the heat shields this morning with no problems. I did, however, have another odd experience while I was down there. Shortly after finishing the first coupling adjustment, I distinctly heard whispering. When I went to investigate the sounds, I found nothing. Checked the work logs, and I was the only person scheduled to be in that area today. That experience, coupled with the stories I've heard from some guys over in the Delta labs, has me pretty freaked out. I'm really beginning to hate going down to the underground maintenance area. The people down there are a bit off, the mumbling, the weird looks. The whole place is just plain creepy. I'm always expecting someone to jump out at me. I've secured my tools and the busted modulator in the storage cabinet next to the maintenance elevator. Technicians should use cabinet code 396 to access them. End of log.
Or like, you've played it, I'm pretty sure can get a good feel for when you're playing killer against a bunch of randos, or when you're playing killer against people who are actually coordinated on a microphone. And against those coordinated on the microphone ones, it's like you almost have to camp just to get an edge because they're gonna... they're communicating, which is something you don't have in your favor. Or my favorite is the ones that go out of their way to be all toxic, and then they have the nerve to get mad at the killer for camping. think I'm about to feel really stupid. And like sometimes, and it's even if you do follow the invisible code of conduct, they're still gonna give you trash. A lot of times I'm like, have you people ever actually sit down and watched a horror movie? The killer isn't going to, nor should he, play fair. Oh, I've gotten plenty of those myself. I got cussed out by someone once because I killed him before he can complete his daily rituals. Which, no big deal. You'll probably get it in the next round. But he told me, like, he just went overboard with telling me off. And, like, no joke, a year later, I get this pop-up in my message and it was, I still haven't forgiven you. And it was the same person from a year prior I killed before he completed his daily ritual. It's like, give me a break! Or one time during one of the, like, I think it was an extra experience weekend or something like that, I decided to do a few rounds as killers, and it was just for fun to let people farm points out of me like I wasn't seriously chasing them. And when I downed them, I would just walk around till they can break loose. You know, some common courtesy stuff to help everyone get the most out of the weekend. And, like, I would get messages, trash killer, baby killer, learn how to play the game. And some of them, this is embarrassing that I took that long to... In some of them, the amount of things, just the tedium of completing them, like, it's not worth it. I got so fed up with the community in that game, I actually just ejected the disc from my Xbox and destroyed it. Where am I supposed to go? This part never takes me this long. At least with Friday the 13th, the worst you had to worry about was someone teaming with Jason. And when that happens, like, guess what? The next round, if you get to be Jason, you get to get revenge. And another thing, like, I was getting tired of with the game was just putting all the putting all the money in, which I know you don't have to do, but when there are people that have spent way more on the DLC of that game than they have for the price of the game. I think I've experienced a glitch. Oh no, that's embarrassing, the elevator. How's it going, Interval?
I don't think you understand, Dr. Betruger.
No, I understand everything.
I'm telling you now, Doctor, the UAC is taking over this operation.
Operation? Is that what you're calling it?
The situation is out of
control. That guy looks like a
It's not out of control,
bootleg
son.
Hugo Weaving.
I'll manage this, and you and your flunky will be taking control of nothing. Do you understand?
Yes, Betruger. I think I do understand.
Okay, plan B.
How about you loan me that plan B?
Welcome to the Alpha Labs. Formerly designated Phase 1 by the Union Aerospace Off-World Research Division, the Alpha Labs began construction on October 29, 2095, and became fully operational July 17, 2130. Originally created as the prime science and research facility, Alpha Labs are responsible for the development of leading-edge technology, such as the Elemental Phase Deconstructor, Hydrocon, and molecular fuel storage compressor, all presently being utilized right here in the Alpha Labs. These endeavors have allowed for much-needed expansion into the UAC's current leading research facility.
Doing
Delta
good.
Labs,
Started to
where
work
Union
on my
Aerospace is
Halloween
opening all new
6 review.
opportunities in research and development. With continued investment and hard work, the Union Aerospace Corporation strives for excellence and is committed to building a better tomorrow.
There's a good example of how inconsistent the shotgun can be. And yeah, watch your surroundings. That's locker 13, and the code is 586. Hey Angela, how you doing today? I decided to jump into Doom 3.
This is the audio log of maintenance technician Adam Bernache, dated November 10th, 2145. I fixed the couplings on the heat shields this morning with no problems. I did, however, have another odd experience while I was down there. Shortly after finishing the first coupling adjustment, I distinctly heard whispering. When I went to investigate the sounds, I found nothing. Checked the work logs, and I was the only person scheduled to be in that area today. That experience, a couple of the stories I've heard from some guys over in the Delta Labs, has me pretty freaked out. I'm really beginning to hate going down to the underground maintenance area. People down there
I couldn't.
A bit off, mumbling.
Yeah, I couldn't finish that. It like glitched me
I'm always expecting
at the point where I got killed
secured my tools in
permanently.
the busted modulator in the storage cabinet next to the maintenance elevator.
Fortunately,
Technicians should use
I
cabinet
can
code
jump into
396 to
Season 2 and
End of log.
all my choices still count.
There's nothing you can do for me.
Access
It'll
denied.
just auto-generate what I didn't do in 400 days.
Surprised us. They just came out of nowhere.
And so I finally got the Warhammer TV subscription, and I got to watch the first 2 episodes of Pariah Nexus. That show was everything I wanted it to be for a Warhammer show. It was awesome. It was brutal. It had good characters. I'm convinced the Imperial Guard woman is actually a figment of the Sister of Battle's imagination. And let's talk the Salamander Space Marine. salamanders are my favorite chapter, so needless to say, I had extremely high standards for how they... No, this is just an animated series. But I had extremely high standards for how they were going to treat the salamander. And did they ever nail the humanity of the salamanders? From when he first appears and there's these, like, controlled guardsmen, and he's first, like, complimenting the guardsmen, like, you've done well to make it this far, and showed bravery, and when he gets attacked, like, he holds the guardsman by the throat and hesitates before killing him and realizing something's up. And when he meets some civilians, like, he takes his helmet off, and he explains, because if you know anything about the salamanders, they have red eyes and, like, charcoal-colored skin. And he explains, I know my appearance may seem frightening, but I assure you it's not corruption. It's part of my genetic legacy. Hello! And, like, he's actually going out of his way to comfort and reassure these children. He points out his injuries to humanize him a little more. Which was an amazing touch. And even when the kids asked, are you here? Are you gonna save us? And he doesn't answer because he doesn't want to lie to them. Like, during the Thunderbird crash, like, one of his hearts failed and one of his 3 lungs, the Necrons. And when he meets the foolish Sister of Battle, like, she sees the civilian, she actually raises her gun to shoot them, and he stands right in front of her. Well, Martian Buddy Locker. And he, like, stands right in front of her. And she's like, their faith is on fear, their mind is corrupted. And then he actually puts his hand on the trigger of his bolter rifle. And I'm like, Sister of Battle, you might want to back off. Because there are few more dangerous places to be in the Warhammer universe than standing in between a salamander and the people he's trying to protect. And then this Necron sniper shows up, and it's
Bravo team reports there's some sort of unidentified growth taking over parts of the base. I don't know what it is, but it can't be good. Stay sharp.
By the way, I just got chain gun. And when the Necron sniper shows up, like, the speed, how well even they captured the speed the Space Marine moves at, it was kind of scary because nothing that big should be able to move that fast. And the episode ends with the guardswoman. Yeah, and this is an old game too, and it ends with the guardswoman that I believe is the sister's imagination, talking to her, and she takes aim at the Necron sniper, and it ends. The episodes are bi-weekly. There's the growth. Yeah, this came out and it's actually 20 years old. Well, going on 20, it came out 2004. The thing is, with, like, the salamanders, like, the show didn't touch up on it, but the reason, like, they are so in touch with their humanity is they're the only space marines that, after the conversion process, still maintain contact with their families, and when they're not in battle, they're actually allowed and encouraged to go back home and spend time with them. So for this year, like, the salamander was like the great choice because they're the most human of the chapters. There's a short story where Tushan, the chapter master of the salamanders, has a meeting with Dante of the Blood Angels, and, like, Dante even tells him, he's like, no other chapter is as in touch with their humanity as your salamanders. And he's like, he even tells him, he goes, it's both your greatest strength and weakness. Like, Tushan is actually well respected by Dante, and that's, like, huge praise. Dante's the oldest living space marine. He's over 1,000 years old, a veteran of countless battles. And he has a lot of personal respect for Tushan. Did you see what I did to that Black Legion Chaos Marine in the Discord, Angela? I'll have to post that in for you to see it too, Interval and Chad.
Marine, I've received a report that you haven't reached Bravo Team yet. You need to pick up the pace. Can't wait for it. Reaching the communication facility quickly is imperative.
Basically, I painted some of the stuff on him red. I posted the picture before and after I worked on him.
The UAC takes pride with safety. Please follow UAC procedures.
Yeah, I can't wait to see what your project's looking like. And I use the Flesh Terror red contrast, which is like a blood red paint. So the idea is, like, this Chaos Marine from the Black Legion is succumbing to the influence of the Blood God. Alright, take it easy, Chad.
Our new ventures on only intensified our need to find fresh sources.
His name is Korn. He's the chaos god of war. He actually hates and detests psychics, like there's no psychers in any of his Chaos Marine legions. and he's just all about carnage and killing.
Clean air, fresh water, and
there are 4 Chaos Gods: Khorne, the blood of the god of war, also known as the god of blood.
With continued research, we are creating ever more complex models.
Followers have a saying: blood for the blood god, skulls for the skull throne. There's Nurgle, the god of disease and rot. Tzeentch, the god of manipulation and deceit. And Slaanesh, the god of excess. Basically, there's this thing called the Immaterium, or the Warp. And over millions of years, the various emotions that are correlated with each of the Chaos God, they just sort of coalesced and gave birth to the respective Chaos Gods. Yeah, that's a interesting way to look at it, actually. And, like, all the Chaos Gods are, like, rivals of each other. They're involved in what they call the Great Game, which is basically just a game of constant one-upsmanship where no one side could ever truly win.
For generations, humankind has lived under the looming specter of slowly dwindling natural resources. Our new ventures on planets like Mars have only intensified.
Warhammer actually does borrow some from mythology. Even if it's just names like the Space Wolves, Space Marines, their home planet is called Fenris. And I don't have to say what the name Fenris is derived from. Let's see, Locker 09. 752. And like the Space Wolves, they are a Viking-inspired culture. Like, they even referred to the Emperor as the All-Father.
Warning. EPD laser active.
Man. This shotgun is laughably inconsistent now. I'm gonna reload that. I just think they're basically just... Let me read that. Oh, that's awesome. I can't wait to see. I think the imps are just... what their name implies, lesser demons. They're basically the foot soldiers of hell. They might be. I think maybe in time these zombie men would turn into imps.
Gas leak stopped. Fire extinguished.
This is the audio log of maintenance.
This is the audio log of Frank Delahue.
This is the audio log of maintenance technician Adam Bernache, dated November 10th, 2145. I fixed the couplings on the heat shields this morning with no problems. I did, however, have another odd experience while I was down there. Shortly after finishing the first coupling adjustment, I distinctly heard whispering. When I went to investigate the sounds, I found nothing. I checked the work logs, and I was the only person scheduled to be in that area today. That is coupled with the stories
I think it's probably similar to how warp corruption works in Warhammer. This is a creepy looking enemy that, aside from a few encounters, warp corruption can have a mental breakdown. There's a short story and there was a pilot and they were flying over an area where there was a warp breach and chaos forces were banished. In the residual warp energy, the co-pilot just had an uncontrollable urge to pull out his gun, shoot the pilot in the head, and let the plane crash. There are some people that are completely immune to warp corruption because they're what's known as psychic blanks. Basically, everyone, whether you're a psyker or non-psyker, you have some kind of degree of warp presence. Psychic blanks completely lack that. But psychic blanks are also unpleasant to be around. They'll give a psyker, issues being around them. And even just regular people might not feel comfortable around them. In the Caiaphas Cain books, he has an attendant named Gunnar Jurgen who's a psychic blank. And Jurgen's a fun and funny character, but he's also one of the nastiest people you'll ever read about because he never bathes, never shaves. He's just described, as Cain puts it, as having this permanent miasma of filth around him, his peculiar bouquet. But part of that, it's believed he doesn't bathe because he always stinks because he's a psychic blank and that's how people perceive him. But Jurgen's he's a fun character though, he's loyal to an absolute fault. He'll do anything for Commissar Cain, but you probably don't want him driving. Driveways, courtyards, standing structures of any kind are just obstacles that prevent him from getting to point A to point B. And he can and will drive through every one of them.
This is the audio log of maintenance technician Adam Bernache, dated November 10th, 2145. I fixed the couplings on the heat shields this morning with no problems. I did, however, have another odd experience while I was down there. Shortly after finishing the first coupling adjustment, I distinctly heard whispering When I went to investigate the sounds, I found nothing. Checked the work logs, and I was the only person scheduled to be in that area today. That experience, coupled with the stories I've heard from some guys over in the Delta Labs, has me pretty freaked out. I'm really beginning to hate going down to the underground maintenance area. People down there.
Oh, you startled me. Man, am I ever glad
You
to see you.
almost got shot.
I thought I was all alone. It's been freaking spooky lately. The Hydracon's blown a few circuits and is unstable.
I've secured my
Be
tools
careful
and
with that
busted
gun.
modulator in
A
the
stray
storage
bullet
cabinet
into the
next to
glass
main.
shields could blow the whole area.
Technicians should use cabinet
I'm gonna
code
try and get this thing
396
stabilized.
to access
I'll
it.
head to the science office when I have this under control.
Oh, he didn't teleport, I just wasn't paying attention.
If I don't get the Hydracon operating within acceptable levels, it could blow.
Yeah. What's like funny too with the Kane books, like because of how bad Jurgen smells, like when Kane's like not in combat, he'll use Jurgen as kind of a human shield, because if anyone wants to approach him about something, they have to make it through Jurgen's odor. The Kane books are probably some of the best beginner-friendly Warhammer stuff, and they're more humorous than some of your average 40k books. Like the way they're written, they're done from his archives, and you have an Inquisitor named Amberly Vale who's commenting on him. And the one thing to keep in mind, Kane and Vale are like kind of sweet on each other. So she'll like when he makes like an unflattering remark about the Inquisition or something about her responses are kind of flustered. Or there's times where, like, Kane, in his mind, he's a coward that only does things to survive. But, like, when he'll, like, down himself and call him a coward in the Kane archives, like, you'll get commentary from Vale about how she'll basically, like, actually, Kane showed great bravery. And you even get... Yeah, that's true. Well, the thing is, Kane, like, commissars really aren't loved. Like, most commissars will shoot you in the head for the slightest infraction. And Kane wants to live, so... Like, he'll often issue... Like, he likes to issue very minor punishments. And even though he says he does it because he knows they're more likely to protect him in a fight, like, you can tell he really cares about the soldiers under his command. Like, they're not required to salute commissars, but with Kane, they're more than happy to salute him every time. One of his first assignments, a riot broke out in a mess hall. And basically, there was a unit that was combined of two decimated units. And he was very political. First he broke the tension by when he got caught trying to sneak out and one of the provosts screamed for help. They all looked at him and it was like, this was a riot. No one's going through that unscathed. Kane just, this meth hall's a disgrace. You, and you, get a mop and clean it up. Then he dealt out minor punishments. Had to get real political with the people who were involved in killing the provosts, and he got them assigned to a prison legion because he had done a great job integrating these two units, and he didn't want to mess that up, so he had to get them... Basically, none of them needed to be executed to keep unit cohesion.
Union Aerospace has been at the forefront, not only developing new technology, but pushing those...
So despite how the character, he has this kind of reputation for being this bumbling hero, he's really not, and he's a lot smarter than he gives himself credit for. 3038 409.
Marine, Bravo team reports they've located your position but are unable to move to your current location. Head through engineering and try to link up with them in Sector 3.
And colonizing the most distant planets first.
There's this shotgun is like, it's gotta be something with the PlayStation port because, like, I've never had it this inconsistent. Oh well, makes for a more interesting playthrough, I guess.
Shoot. I can help you. The lights are all out. I'll lead you through here if you can get me off this base. Electromagnetic pulses have knocked out the electrical systems in this area. Watch out. Hurry up. We can't stop.
Well, I could have an easier time by just shooting him.
There's one. luck with that. Stay close.
All that happens is his light attracts more enemies. But the flip side is he's a consistent source of light.
Oh, thank God it's dead. Hang on. Here comes another.
Oh, the things I'm doing to keep you alive.
Oh God, don't let it get me!
Oh, he was gonna get killed by a demon as soon as he made it here anyway. Sorry about that, buddy. You got caught in the spread. 3... $102. Yeah, he was really just steps away from being viciously clawed to death. Oh, the spider ribs. Oh yeah, creepiest enemy in the game. Skull spider, literal head spiders. Hate those things. Hello.
Warning. Toxins present. Please execute cleanup procedure.
Okay, can we cool it with the spiders? The claw machine. Yeah, that should act. Got the photos all posted. Alright, let's go take a look. Oh wow, that looks awesome. I like that you have one holding the other. Alright, one down. I like that this game is just more atmospheric than the others.
50%.
How many hours about did that take?
This is the audio log of maintenance technician Adam Bernache, dated November 10th, 21... I fixed the couplings on the heat shields this morning with no problems. I did, however, have another odd experience while I was down. Shortly after finishing the first coupling adjustment, I distinctly heard whispering. When I went to investigate the sounds, I found nothing. I checked the work logs, and I was the only person...
What? 047? One, two, three.
Scheduled to be in that area today. That experience, coupled with the stories I've heard from some guys over in the Delta Labs, has me pretty freaked out. I'm really beginning to hate going down to the underground maintenance area. The people down there are a bit off, mumbling, the weird looks. The whole place is just plain creepy. I'm always expecting something to jump out at me. I've secured my tools and the bucket modulator in the storage cabinet next to the maintenance elevator. Technicians should use cabinet code 396 to access them. End of log.
Alright, enjoy your dinner. I'm gonna try and stick around for a bit longer. Running low on shotgun shells. Settings, game options. Much better. I was making it way too hard on myself, or at least unnecessarily hard keeping auto reload off. Come on. Ugh, pinkies are a pain. I think this is still 1, 2, 3. Still no shotgun ammo, which is gonna force me to rely on the assault rifle for a bit. Which I haven't been switching as much as I normally do in the first place, so that's completely on me.
Marine, I was able to locate your position. Core comm systems are beginning to malfunction and shut down. Massive service disruptions throughout the entire base. I don't know how long I'll be able to track you. Bravo team has just entered the Enfro plant. Pick up the pace. You aren't far behind.
Hey you! Can you help me?
Okay, there's 2 ways to handle this, and since I'm saving, I'll show you both. That's the not nice way.
Release the door locks and get me out! Thank you.
And it actually pays to be nice.
Thanks for getting me out of there. I got trapped in the chamber when the power went out. I don't know what's going on here. I don't understand why none of the systems are responding. I'm going to try to get an uplink into the main system from here. This is a secure terminal. I might be able to get a connection.
Alright, got a respectable amount of shotgun shells again. I tend to forget all about these grenades.
Base schematics show all passages out of your area blocked. The only way through is by traversing the EFR, mechanical subsystem with 2 possible routes through it. Activating the system will get you a direct route, but it's dangerous. Extending the service bridges is safer, but the lighting systems are fried. Make your choice. Good luck.
Enough spiders! Oh, I cannot wait till you guys stop showing up. I got the plasma early. It's actually rare I find that, or if you don't find the secret hidden plasma rifle, it's normally... Hey, that was rude! I'm talking to my audience and you're shooting at me! You too! Your mom didn't teach you any manners? But as I was saying, normally you encounter the plasma rifle if you don't find the secret one, and I think there's another secret one you can actually get earlier. That it's when you encounter the first lost souls, that's when you, like, get the legit normal way. What's interesting, like, some of the... I mean, what's interesting, like, when you hear, like, some of the guys talk about workers hearing voices, and one even mentioned he almost stepped off a ledge. Like, sometimes you'll hear a voice and it'll say something like, over here, and it will lead you to this secret location. Other times, a voice will tell you over here, and you'll walk right off a ledge. Okay, can we stop with the spiders for just 1 minute?
This is the audio log of maintenance technician Adam Bernache, dated November 10th.
This is the audio log...
This is the audio log of maintenance technician Adam Bernache, dated November 10th, 2145. I fixed the couplings on the heat shields this morning with no problems. I did, however, have another odd experience while I was down there. Shortly after finishing the first coupling adjustment, I distinctly heard whispering. When I went to investigate the sounds, I found nothing. I checked the work logs, and I was the only person scheduled to be in that area today. That experience, coupled with the stories I've heard from some guys over in the Delta Labs, has me pretty freaked out. I'm really beginning to hate going down to the underground maintenance area. People down there are a bit off. The mumbling, the weird looks. All places just plain creepy. I'm always expecting someone to jump out at me. I've secured my tools and the busted modulator in the storage cabinet next to the maintenance elevator. Technicians should use cabinet code 396 to access the cabinet. End of log.
I hate spiders! Hey, no fair! You get the best weapon for killing spiders, and I got this pea shooter! I will kill spiders with that thing. I hate spiders. But as much as I hate spiders, I do enjoy killing them. Even if they are telekinetic abominations. Almost 11.
Bravo team, entry secure. Move in and take positions. Quiet. Did you hear that? This is Lee. Give me status. Always clear. There's nothing here, Sam. What the hell? Lead, I'm swinging around left.
Warning. Coolant rod 2.
The coolant rod.
Offline. Main reactor operation temperature exceeding safe levels.
Marine, Bravo team is down. Their operational status is unknown. They were carrying a military transmission card. It's vital you retrieve that card as it contains encoded data needed to send the distress signal to the fleet. The last hope to get reinforcements. Find that card and find its past.
Come on, little security bot. We don't want to be a cloud.
Attention. All personnel evacuate.
Hey, you little... Shoot it! Kill it! Now! Move! We're not paying you by the hour. In fact, we're not paying you at all.
Main reactor operation temperature exceeding safe levels. Gas leak stopped. Fire
This is the audio log of maintenance technician Anna Bernache, dated November 10th, 2145. I fixed the couplings on the heat shields this morning with no problem. I did, however, have another odd experience while I was down there. Shortly after finishing the first coupling adjustment, I distinctly heard whispering. When I went to investigate the sound, I found nothing. I checked the work logs and I was only...
Oh, this plasma gun is really good.
That experience, coupled with the stories I've heard from the guys in the Delta lab, freaked out. I'm really beginning to hate going down to the underground maintenance area. People down there are a bit off, mumbling, weird looks. All places. Just I'm always expecting someone to jump out at me. I've secured my tools in the busted modulator in the storage cabinet next to the maintenance elevator. Technicians should use cabinet code 396 to access them. End of log.
You know, little dude, if we were paying you by the kill, you'd be able to retire after this.
Rod 2 offline.
You can't take a nap now!
Temperature exceeding safe levels. Warning. Coolant rod 2 offline. Main reactor operation temperature exceeding
Alright,
safe
just
levels.
keep in mind, if this thing goes critical, it's your fault. And here's where you normally get the plasma. And that's locker 63. $972.
Service bridge now operational.
See the saved often.
Attention, all personnel evacuate the facility.
That's generating a lot of heat.
Hazard doors sealed. Please contact plant management for immediate assistance. Warning. Reactor core temperature 235 degrees Celsius.
You know, there should be a way to turn that warning off.
Attention. All personnel evacuate the facility. Warning.
I mean,
Reactor
seriously,
core
like,
temperature
I get that it's
585 degrees
nice
Celsius.
touch how there's fire coming out of the pipes, but what I'm...
Warning. Reactor core temperature beyond acceptable levels.
I'm moving!
Marie, you gotta find that transmission card.
Kelly,
Swan
you
gets his
gotta
hands on
shut
it.
up!
I don't know what he'll do.
anyway, what I was saying, like, there's even real-world precedent for... Like, let's just say, use planes as an example. If there's a mechanical failure or something, this really obnoxiously loud alarm goes off in the cockpit. Do you know what the first thing you do? When that alarm goes off, you actually shut the alarm off so you can think. I'm gonna see what happens if I let this go critical. You know what?
Do you see the card?
No, sir.
Okay, let's get to the communications facility. We can stop the transmission from there.
Whatever you say, Counselor.
Coolant rod 2 online.
Nice you see that with these enemies? It did it before I can touch it out, but when you see the energy field of them teleporting to your location, shoot the energy field. It's free damage. So I finally ordered so I can sit down and watch it the whole way through Gundam Unicorn. I wound up liking it, but I stand by the episode should not have been an hour long. It feels like it was structured for 30-minute episodes combined into hour-long episodes, so especially some of the early episodes, they have and it's only 7 episodes long, so take early episodes with a grain of salt. Some of the front-loaded episodes would be more accurate, but the hour format does make them feel kinda like they drag. That being said, the last few episodes are like, it really comes together and makes the slower stuff worth watching. I'll be back in a minute. More health because it's just around the corner. I usually don't take damage like this while playing this. By the way, this is before I was so rudely interrupted. That's the spread of the shotgun. And I did not mean to do that. Plasma storage. Did I get?
This is the audio log of maintenance technician Adam Bernache, dated November 10th, 2140.
I think I missed the plasma storage PDA, which is a shame because that's actually a funny, well, semi-funny 374. It's a semi-funny little PDA. Hey Angela, how was dinner? Okay, plasma storage. Just to make sure I read that. 734. What did you have? But now I'm good on... Oh, that sounds really good. The Walmart by me, they get... Occasionally they'll have in the bakery department... This might have been it. In the bakery department, pecan cinnamon rolls.
Welcome to Mars,
For generations.
This is the audio log of maintenance technician Adam Bernache, dated November 10th, 2140.
Hey, over here. We were hit. I don't know how much farther I can go. Here, take the transmission card. We can't stay here. Isn't safe. We better move.
I killed this giant spider lady. Wish we had one of those around here. I didn't tell earlier when I was talking about Warhammer during the Horus Heresy, there was a demon named Samus. Yeah, they named the demon after a hero from the Metroid games. He's a demon that to enter reality, he needs to burst through the body of someone that's dying. And as soon as he, like, bursts into the material world, he yells, "Samus is here." There's one incident where, like, it even went over on the radio. And, like, there's these two guys, they're, like, stationed trying to listen to the radio. And the one guy's like, "Are you getting anything important?" The guy on the radio asks him, he goes, "I don't think so, but who's Samus?" Yeah, I don't think the Loyalists enjoyed fighting him. I think he might have been a greater demon. As dark as it is, Warhammer can be pretty funny. Like, there's one book called The Infinite and the Divine. So if does he just hunt out his own chest or... He'll just burst out of the body and just yell, Samus is here. But I was saying, the one book, The Infinite and the Divine, it's about these two Necrons. Necrons look kind of like Terminators. They're souls in robotic bodies. And it's about these two that just really hate each other's guts. Trazyn the Infinite and Orokin the Diviner. Hence the name. And like, Trazyn actually got sick of Orokin constantly run-upping him, so he spent something ridiculous like 800 years trying to figure out how to hack to teleport into his compound. And when he does, he just shoots Orokin in the face. And Orokin even asks him, he's like, why'd you shoot me? You know that wouldn't kill me. The most it would have done is my soul would have been downloaded into another body. And he's like, yeah, but it made me feel better. At one point in the book, because their shenanigans cause a lot of trouble even for the Necrons, like, Orokin is so hated, he is straight up banned from several Necron tomb worlds. Well, not Orokin, Trazyn is, and like, they have to go in front of Necron Court. And the Necron Court decides, you know what? Since you two hate each other this much, there's no greater punishment we can give you than each other. So they actually sentenced them to have to spend 10,000 years together. Finally, something I could... not waste my ammo on the weaker enemies with. Well, if you're good at the enemy's patterns, like... I've killed Barons of Hell with this thing before. It's definitely not recommended. I'll tell you, one thing you need to be careful with the chainsaw is, listen to this. Nails on a chalkboard. Another guy functioning without a brain. He'd fit right in on Capitol Hill. And you said that's the same game by the people that did Cat Lady, right? Did you know, speaking of Capitol Hill, more than one family of baboons? Yeah, I've heard that. It sounds about right. Echo Demon. Look, hell is beginning to just bleed over into our reality. You know, multiple endings is always cool. Let's see if...
Service lift called to station.
I hate that I still haven't played that game. Yeah, I streamed that one. I can actually use a camera. Thank you. keep breaking my #1 rule. Reload, reload, and reload some more. Sounds like it goes to some dark places like Cat Lady. Yeah, the good thing is... At least the good thing with the enemies is they do seem to be allergic to lead.
Service lift called to station.
See, can I shoot this? Ugh, necromorphs. That's all the Doom guy needs. I wonder what they're gonna do with the remake for Dead Space 2. Dead Space 3 is gonna be the real interesting one, because that game, like, it ended with an unresolved cliffhanger. Honestly, I'm kinda hoping they just disregard Dead Space 3 and remake it from the ground up. Because, like, the story really wasn't that good. And with the cliffhanger, I really am just a proponent of, if you're gonna remake them anyway, just give Dead Space 2 a complete refresh. Oh, okay. About how long is Cat Lady?
Service lift called to station.
Can do both, maybe a week if I'm going. Okay, so they're not overly long. Come on, buddy. Oh, you want a duel?
Maintenance exit now accessible.
Pinky Demon! Stay back. You know, there's actually a in-universe explanation for why the demons disintegrate like that. It's because of the hell energy that's inside of them. When you kill them, the body can't contain it, so it just degrades. The energy has two scopes. Yeah, basically, it's so hot it just disintegrates them. never been a fan of this particular part of the game. Oh, the Berserker helmet. There's only 2 of these in game. Only 14, that's not bad. Airlock. Which is one heavier, I'd give a slight edge to Clubhouse. Okay, that's got me intrigued.
Marine, are you at the communications facility yet? You gotta get that message to the fleet now. Watch out for Campbell and Swan. Those UAC suits don't give a damn about what happens to any of us. Now get a move on.
Yeah, I think well, you know it's rude to interrupt people, Kako. Well, I'll be back tomorrow night, but for tonight, I think this is a good place to call it quits. I'm gonna have to kind of double up on this because I do want to finish it before Halloween, even though it's not that long. So, Chad, Interval. Gosh, those creatures have... Yeah, they really don't, Angela. But Interval, Chad, Angela, thank you for stopping by. Any of you watching this after the fact, don't forget to like, share, comment, subscribe, and... I finally get to do Doom 3 for Montober. I've always wanted to do it, so over and out. And good night, everyone.